Good morning, everyone, and welcome back. We are on day 6 here on Greengrass Isle for this chilled out week that we're having. We got a pretty interesting spawn yesterday. I'm sure most of you have seen already. We got Absol to spawn, which is very nice. Hopefully, it will show up again today so that we can actually take it home. That would be even better, but maybe we'll see something else more rare in the meantime. We are going to start off, though, with 5,214 sneaky snacking. Again, after the end of yesterday's episode, and after we grabbed this ingredient ticket small for going to bed on time, I did change the team up just slightly. We're going to switch up just for today, for a little bit, what recipe we're cooking, but we're also going to grab Master 7 first thing in the morning. So we are already beyond what the prediction was for this week with Master 6, and we still have the rest of today and all day tomorrow with the good cooking, extra tasty chance. So hopefully we'll get even beyond. I'm definitely thinking Master 8 is going to happen, and we're going to try to go even further beyond. But we do have a little bit of swap out. I did put Blastoise back on the team. We're going to focus. You know what? We'll get into that later. Let's go ahead and jump into our normal stuff. I'm getting out of order here. We're going to grab our 100 sleep points, which puts us at 1,809. And we are also going to grab our daily lottery. And that will be... Ooh, a Poke Biscuit. Very nice. We could use those. And then we can jump straight into this sleep report and see what rare goodies we find. Hopefully, some stuff that we could actually use. Sessions 217. 9 hours and 20 minutes of sleep, which gives us 15% dozing, 49% snoozing, and 36% slumbering. That's good for the dozing type, which I believe is what we got yesterday when we saw the Absol. Can we break that 50 million now that we're above Master 7? It doesn't look like it. Not even breaking 40 million yet. 38.8 million. Which, that's going to get into something we're going to talk about a little bit later after we get our normal stuff out of the way. So make sure to stick around for that because it does concern the events coming up. We got all 1-star sleep styles and one atop belly. Ooh, it's a big atop belly though, a Dedenne. Very nice. What else did we get? Was that 6 or 7? That was 7, so Dedenne is the only new one, but hey, we need a new one. So we got a Caterpie, a Mankey, a Ghastly, a Gulpin, a Bellsprout, another Gulpin, and another Caterpie. It looks like Dedenne took all of our Drowsy points to spawn that one. All right, so a top belly sleep. That's a lot of dream shards too. And research XP. I don't know why I just singled out the dream shards. Both of them are quite good. Only the second sleep style for Dedenne that we have found. We have not found as many unique sleep styles this week as I was kind of hoping we would, just with all the potential spawns here, but it hasn't been too bad. And then with these spawns here, a lot of them are really not super desirable. Honestly, the Dedenne is possibly the most desirable one just because it's a berry specialist ghost type and we don't have that yet. We have put a little bit of effort into it, but I don't know, honestly. I think we're just going to take the Caterpie because while we do have the shiny Butterfree and it is a berry specialist and it's pretty decent, it's really... Well, of course, we got a critical capture. I should have fed the Dedenne. Oh, well. Oh, well. We got the Caterpie. And we're just going to go ahead and wrap it up there. We'll take the research XP and the candies and the dream shards from finding the Dedenne, but we're not going to worry about trying to catch it and use those resources. We'll have plenty of time to get something better, but we will send out the Shuppet candy just to help people build up their Shuppets and Dedennes. And we are going to get 2,079 research XP and 4,345 dream shards. That XP puts us just shy of halfway to level 50. And we can check in on this Caterpie, level 12 and relaxed, berry specialist. I don't recall if relaxed is good for berries. Let's see. Ingredient magnet, which is pretty decent with a berry specialist. Skill trigger S, not too bad given the main skill it has. Helping speed S, very good. Research XP bonus is okay. Dream shard bonus also okay. And skill trigger M is fairly okay. It's kind of redundant, but relaxed. Energy recovery up and XP gains down. Ooh, that one. Where is it? I'm just looking right over it. There it is. Okay. So let's see how this works out. Probably not too great. Honestly, right around as good as the shiny so far. The average may even be right about the same. If I remember correctly, it was like 48 or 49% for the shiny. Oh, I just noticed something. Hold on, hold the phone. The graph goes beyond level 60 now. So, okay. Did the calculation crash because it got beyond level 60? What are we looking at now? It's also giving us a breakdown at level 55, which is the current max level that Pokemon can reach. So that's new too. Oh, okay. So it looks like it's not giving us our weighted average right now. It looks like the calculation has broken once it reached level 60 and tried to go beyond. But we can at least see up to level 60 that it's, about what we thought, about the same as our Butterfree. It's not as good as we would like it to be, but now I'm curious. Let's go ahead and we're pretty much going to send this one to the professor. I don't think there's really a point to keeping this one without berry finding. So we'll send that one to the professor, but let's go ahead and load in our Butterfree and see what happens with the levels beyond 60. So maybe they're working on getting the calculation model to work beyond level 60 and they haven't finished yet. So it crashes beyond level 60 and we don't get the weighted average. This Butterfree looks about the same. Starts off slightly better around level 10, but then drops down to around that 45 to 55 range, just like the Caterpie we just caught. Again, will not complete the calculation model, it looks like. And also the averages for beyond level 60 are here. So we can change those now too. Very nice. I did see the notification that they were changing things, but they didn't go into detail about what they were changing. Actually, this is me going to take the opportunity. They did say if we run into any issues to let them know. So if you run into any issues using the site, because I don't use every feature of the site, I know you guys use features that I don't necessarily use and vice versa. So if you run into any issues, go ahead and let me know in the comments. I'll pass that on to the development team and hopefully they can get those sorted out pretty quickly. But good to know that they're working on it at least. We can finally, hopefully soon, see beyond level 60. But since this isn't working fully yet, we know that the Caterpie is not super great. We'll just go ahead and move on and we can get into our normal routine and get some breakfast up and running. If the game doesn't also crash. Okay, good. It didn't crash. So we have 156 sneaky snacking. Looks like we have more. Oh no, it's just a medal. I thought it was more news. But say, man, this whole week is full of news. But no, it's a medal. What did we get? 100 times that we have woken up within 30 minutes of the time we woke up the previous day. Good for 10 diamonds. And you know me, we love free diamonds around here. And let's check out what you guys have been up to. Community reports, probably 43. Ooh, 45. Very nice. With 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 12 that doubled up. There we go. Any levels? No levels, but we almost got 30%. So very nice on the double candy. Well done. Well done, RNG dice rolling and giving me all those candies. All right, let's grab our resources. That is very good. It's good to start the day off with that. That usually means a good day for any Pokemon that can charge their own energy first thing in the morning. Oh, whoa, chill out, game. Eevee, another ingredient magnet. Perfect. Apples, which we are going to need to stock up on before tomorrow. Which is another reason Raichu is on the team currently. Ooh, no ingredient magnet from Blastoise. And unfortunately, more cocoa than I needed. I really wanted that milk. But more apples. Looks like 2 out of 5 main skill triggers, which is about in keeping with what we usually have been getting these last few days. Other than that one day where we had really good luck. But what I was talking about earlier with breakfast, I am going to switch back for today, making the sweet scent chocolate cake for one reason in particular. I want to make the explosion popcorn as much as possible, but with the recipe that we're going to be making tomorrow, we're going to need a ton of corn. And if I'm making the popcorn, we're going to be fighting Beware just to get the amount of popcorn that we need. Or not popcorn, corn that we need. Right now, we have a decent amount. And I may make the explosion popcorn for dinner, depending on where we end the night. I do like to have at least 2 meals worth of ingredients stocked up going into Sunday. So if I can have 3, then I feel comfortable enough to make the popcorn again tonight. That come tomorrow when we're making the new recipe, we'll have plenty because Beware will get enough for that final dinner by the end of the day tomorrow. So that's why we're switching back to the sweet scent chocolate cake for now. And then if we can get the ingredients built up, then I will switch back to either the Lovely Kiss smoothie if we have enough on hand, or put Toxicroak back on the team and try to get the popcorn going. But let's go ahead and get this sweet scent chocolate cake with all its delicious potatoy flavor. What else can we throw in here? Honestly, we could throw in a bunch of eggs, but we also, I think, could throw in some of this cocoa, because we don't need the cocoa for tomorrow's recipe. And we're definitely going to get plenty of it from Blastoise. So no worries there. Plus, cocoa is a good filler ingredient. Has quite a bit of extra strength to it. And this should be about 15, ooh, even higher, 16,267. Almost enough to put it to level 44, which I believe that the sweet scent chocolate cake is our highest level recipe across all recipe types. Maybe it's between that one or I think we have a curry one that's pretty close as well. Just out of curiosity. No, we don't. Oh yeah, the solar power tomato curry, level 40. So the chocolate cake is our highest. And that's not going to put us into Master 8, but it does get us about 3/4 of the way there. So definitely going to be there by the end of the day. And yeah, nothing else from anybody. Ooh. Well, I needed to check here anyway. Didn't mean to go here just yet, but we needed to be here. I wanted to check on the Eevee. We have 47 hours, and I think we need, what is it, 150 for Sylveon? Yeah, 150. So we still got like 2 more weeks before we can get there. And then there's not really any investments that we want to put into the team just yet. Somebody recommended getting Beware up to level 30. Unfortunately, this Beware has sausage at level 30, so that would actually hinder us for the corn. I like this spread more for the long term, but in the short term and the more immediate uses, it's not the best. We probably need another Beware that's double corn just to get us through into the later game. So that unfortunately won't do us any good just yet. However, we can collect our mission, and then we can get into what I wanted to let you guys know about. Ooh, 15 diamonds for going to bed on time. Very nice. Look at us being responsible. Okay, so now that that's out of the way, the one thing I wanted to talk about, you can, speaking of changes to the Raynon site from earlier, you can go to the Pokédex And Dedenne is now on the site. It's not complete. Also, somebody pointed out that you can just click this Pokeball to get to the Pokemon info. I thought this was telling the game that you had captured it for tracking purposes, but apparently not. You click on the Pokeball, takes you straight to the Pokemon info page that I was talking about a few days ago. Again, the information here is not complete. We do know that it is going to be a snoozing, sleep type, and a skill specialist. You can see the actual skill is not plugged in yet. The ingredient rates aren't here yet. Skill trigger rates not here yet. I don't know if these are just placeholders or if these have been figured out through data mining, but there are some numbers here. Again, don't take them as, pure 100% fact. They may just be placeholders. But if we scroll down, these are also placeholders. I'm pretty sure it's not going to be triple Slowpoke tails. But if we scroll down, we can see something that we do know. I think we know this with pretty much, pretty close to 100% certainty that these are going to be the stats that we need to look at. So we do know for a fact that it is going to be only on green grass and lapis. What we also know now, based on these numbers, is that it's going to be probably pretty rare. So you can see that the first one on Greengrass Isle, it doesn't show up until Ultra 2. So we've got a long way to go before we even get it to spawn there. You can get it to spawn faster. Well, not really faster, but at a lower rank on Lapis Lakeside. But keep in mind, it does take more strength to get to that same rank. So it's probably a pretty equivalent strength between Grade 1 at Lapis and Greengrass Ultra 2. You can also see the Drowsy Power requirement for just the 1-star Dedenne is 7,144,000. And real quick, what the Drowsy Power requirement is, whenever you get your Drowsy Power score for your sleep report, like today we had 38 million, 38.8 or something like that. Basically what the game does is it takes that number, and then for each spawn, it subtracts their Drowsy Power requirement for them to spawn. So if Dedenne had showed up today, for example, it would take my 38 million, subtract the 7 million from it, and we would have 31 million left for other spawns. And basically the game just takes that number and spawns in Pokemon and subtracts that requirement until you get to 0. And if you have anything left over, then you just get whatever you got. But the lower the number gets, the closer to 1-star spawns you get. So that may be why today, for example, let's just pull up Banette as a real world example. We had 38.8 million. We got the 4-star Banette. So that cost us 38.3 million. So we only had 500,000 roughly Drowsy Power left over, which is why we only got the 4-star Banette and a bunch of very low 1-stars like Caterpie and Bellsprout and Ghastly. That's why that worked out the way it did, just to show a real world example so that you can see it and then see how it works. But basically, that is the gist of how Drowsy Power requirement works. I probably have oversimplified it, but as far as my understanding goes, that's how it works. So you can see that if we want to even have a chance of a 2-star showing up, it's going to cost a lot of Drowsy Power, which means probably not going to see too many multiple Dedenne spawns. Probably only ever going to see one at a time, especially if you get the 2 or the 4-star sleep. So we're really going to have to try to power up and get a very high score on Snorlax. My recommendation, unless you just have a very solid team for Lapis Lakeside, is that if you're going after a Dedenne, and I highly recommend everybody does just based on its main skill, probably want to go to Greengrass. I think that's what we're going to do because we have a solid team. We can get to Master 1 on Lapis, but it's just so much more complicated. And Master 3 is pretty easy for us on Greengrass, so that's probably what I'm going to do unless something changes. But also Greengrass is where a lot of the other electric types spawn for Electric Week. Just wanted to point this out to you guys. Again, I think most of this information is concrete. I don't think there's any question about these being correct. They may be just slightly off, but for the most part, I think these numbers are correct. These numbers here may or may not be, again, they may be placeholders, but just keep this in mind whenever you're moving forward and planning what you're going to do whenever it comes time to hunt Dedenne. But like I said, just wanted to point that out, let you guys be aware so that you can make an informed decision and do what is going to be best for you. And with that, that is all I've got for today. So make sure to hit that like button if you liked the video, subscribe if you want to see more. Thank you for watching the video. And until next time, later dudes.